Hey, B, I really want to listen to a podcast about wrestling, but I don't know which one to pick.
That's easy, brother. You got to check out Everything Pro Wrestling. It's a show by the fans, for the fans. You can't go wrong.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by the man in black. He is the one with the most. Some people may call him the coach. I'll work on my rhyme.
Bars.
The one, the only, the man they call Derek. What up, D?
Yo, what up? What's happening?
We are rocking and rolling. I just realized I forgot my water. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. Can't go back. Can't look back. We are here for a review of AEW Dynamite. It is the Winter is Coming show. Usually there is more oomph to this show.
Yes. A little bit more, but I feel we're lacking just a little.
We ain't lacking nothing. They are lacking. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna get into this show. This show's a mixed bag for me.
Let's do it.
We'll get into it. We're gonna talk about it. If you guys enjoy it, let us know. Let's talk. We're gonna go segment by segment. We are going to run through this, and we're also going to give our Ring of Honor Final Battle preview and predictions. If you guys want to stick around towards the end for those, and we're gonna talk about it. But for now, let's do it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for rocking with us. EPW, very happy. We were on Pro Wrestling Shoot last night. Derek wasn't there, but we did get me and Sean Hubbard of Clash of the Podcast over there. Had a good discussion about CM Punk. We discussed a lot of WWE, AEW, and even sprinkled in a little video game discussion. So we were happy with that. So make sure you guys go back and check out our good friends at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. They're live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check them out. Give them a subscribe, especially if you like video games. They got some great video game edits over there. Big shout outs to the homies for that. Dynamite. Mixed bag for this show, man.
Yes.
I feel like yo, I'm gonna say this now. I think we need to get BJ on here one day, and we need to do like a state of the address concerning AEW.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like real bad. Real bad. I don't know what else to call it when it comes to this. Yeah. If you guys get any lag during this, I see like sometimes it's getting a little chopped up. Just stay listening to us. We're going to just keep talking and plow through this because hashtag blame StreamYard. Let's get into the chat and see who's here. Big shout out to Jason. Always happy to see you guys. Happy to be here. Thank you very much, Jason, for popping in and joining us. Pro Wrestling Shoots in the house saying, yo.
Yo.
Terrell 317 in the house talking about the Devils disappeared out of thin air. Could it be an Undertaker reference? Nah. Homie, Undertaker signed that 15-year contract. When Vince smelled he was coming around AEW, he was like, Mark, get to my office. But Mustachio, get in here. Sign this contract for 15 years. But, sir, I don't want to wrestle that long. I own your soul. I'm just kidding, Mark. Pleasure doing business with you. Because he was I think he got worried that they might be able to convince him, hey, want to have a cool match? You know, at the time, WWE wasn't hot. So
yeah,
they were going for it right then and there. That's just, I don't know. That's me talking.
It
ain't happening.
Yeah, no.
It ain't happening, no Undertaker. Matt Lopez says, good evening, everyone. I like that he puts the hands like that now. Looks like Hangman isn't the devil. Of course not. I would have never assumed. Pro Wrestler Shoot said, I stopped watching, Terrell. I don't see it being Undertaker. Hey, he's putting the names out there. Shoot, the Devil's Attack, Hangman. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. That's the main event angle. That was the
right.
Come back next week and check us out. BJ said, "What's up, everybody? Hope you are doing well. I'm ready to have a good time and wash this horrid stench that was that Kenny and Jericho segment." Yeah. And he said from his brain. They may have to take it out like they did like they did Shibata, right? That's a Dave Meltzer joke for those who don't know. He said that they removed his brain. We were like, "Oh, really? Yeah. I didn't know that, Dave."
Be dead.
Real Glass, Crimea River. Boo! You better not do that. That's all I'm gonna say. Boo! Hot, garbage, giggity garbage. I'm just not going for it. We will all cry a river if it is Jungle Boy.
Oh, God.
That's a fact, Matt. Renegade L2K in here. If it's Jungle Boy, get them Life and Death of AEW DVDs ready. Take it easy with all that too. Let's pump the brakes on it. All right. You gotta try to. We gotta pump the brakes on like this company's dead from one decision. It ain't like they've made 20 bad decisions. All right, like let's take it easy.
Right, this is true.
Right now, their issue is they have a domino effect though that happened. They messed up a couple things, and then it's just been and it's going all the way down.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to end up happening. Brody King versus Bryan Danielson is the 2023 version of Danielson versus Morishima. Hell yeah. That was a great matchup. We're not supposed to like it. He's a heel. He isn't that good at being a heel yet. He was just starting to do it. Ain't no way you're going to tell me the dude who, when you had your biggest show, was on the pre-show, is now going to be in your main event angle. Like, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. I'm sorry. Ain't no way. Yo, Easy E's in the house. What's good, E? Jason said, I was expecting Dynamite to be more impactful tonight. It was like half the roster missed their flight. It's the tournament, man. They're stuck with those matches. Derek meant we. AEW is slacking. Wouldn't it be cool if Jungle Boy was a part of the Devil crew, but not the Devil himself? Oh, would it be bad? So if he's inside the crew, I can go for that way more than him being the leader.
Yeah, I just couldn't. If you have not heard my Hell in a Cell rant, check that out. This will be my Hell in a Cell rant for AEW if that happens. And I don't think that's something that people want to see.
B-Boy says, yeet. I love it. I love the Punk sign getting thrown up. What up, Jesse? What up, my brothers in chat? Ace, what is good? What is good? Eric's not happy with the main event result. We'll get into that, brother. We'll get into it. I still think the Devils are former WWE wrestlers, and the main one is a big former WWE wrestler. I don't know, man. BJ said totally down for that, man. Let's plan. Yo, I got time off towards the end of the month, a little after the holidays. Let's talk. Maybe we get you on for that Dynamite that week, and me, you, and Derek. We might have to just call that the state of address for AEW or something, bro. We got to talk. We got to plan and just figure out what we would do to fix this. Because I don't know, man. We got to start thinking of stuff for this company. Swerve gets revenge at World's End, maybe. Hubbard says, "We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the field. We're blessed when we come." Where we come and where we go. Blessings, brother Conrad. Blessings, my guy Derek. Best show anywhere on Wednesday night.
My guy Hubs.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for that. Clash of the Podcast is live every Monday, live at 6:05 on the mothership here on EP Dub. So make sure you guys are showing us some love. Is the Von Erichs going to sign to AEW? I just want to know I just want to get to know them more, but I feel like their dad is kind of always in front. The dad should be in front a little bit because of the name. I highly recommend everyone go check out Iron Claw. I didn't put up the paid promotion for this. This is just me talking. It's going to be a good wrestling film. Derek said he's interested in seeing it.
Yes.
I haven't even spoiled Derek on like the story of the Von Erichs. Like, I know what happens in this already, but if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's definitely worth it. And it's interesting to see how wrestling used to be versus how it is now.
Right.
And you'll see why wrestling is the way it is now. If you ever do the history afterwards and see what happened with Vince McMahon and, Gomez as I should say. He's been getting a lot of play lately from me. I'm tired of that. Yeah. But if you want to see more of the Von Erichs who are going to be appearing on Rampage, more on that momentarily, I would say go and check out MLW's history. Got a lot of stuff in there. And if you guys are in the chat, throw a like up, comment after the video's done. I don't care if you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the chat, whatever. Write something down there. Helps more people, puts us in that algorithm, gets us going. Got to keep this moving. I want to hit 2K. I'm tired. We've been waiting a long time, and I think me and Derek deserve 2K. I think me and Sean deserve 2K. I think the EPW channel should have been at 2K. I see a lot of other channels doing content not even as good as us. Not even as good. I'm just keeping it a stack.
And that's no disrespect to the rest of you guys.
No, it's disrespectful to the other content creators. I bust my booty doing this, so I want some love.
I was trying to be the political.
Yeah, that's opposite for once. That's opposite for sure. Winter is coming. Yep, AEW is cold. Prediction: AEW 2019 to 2025. Come on, Craig. You can't come here with the doom and gloom now. We
still gotta have hope.
We need AEW to succeed.
We do. We really do.
Someone said MJF is the devil. We got it. Worst winner is coming in AEW history. Not that crazy of a question. I don't think it's that crazy of a statement. It wasn't planned as well as the other ones were.
No.
But AEW is changing though too. Their weekly television shows aren't as important because they're moving to what looks like a larger pay-per-view model. AEW's in flux right now. You got to give them some leniency because they don't know where they're about to go and what they're trying to do. I don't know what the end game is for them right now.
Hopefully there is something in sight to what they want to do.
Yeah, they need a new television deal ASAP. Devil appears and it's going to be John Cena. Y'all better chill with that. Oh, yeah, by the way. Yeet! Salute. Look at that. Chat showing love. Jason says, I feel like AEW's downfall is becoming a media thing nowadays. Should I worry about AEW in the next 5 years? Jason, I think it's going to depend on what their television deal is. I expect them to get an increase. How much is the question?
Yes.
Tony Khan's going to need a big increase, and if he can turn profit in the next year or so, I think he'll be fine. Because listen, if you started a company and went against WWE, this is business analysis right here. It's going to take you 5 years to become profitable because of how much money and how much of a head start they have over you. That is business. That is economics. You're not going to jump ahead of them from the gate. Yes, Tony and his family have more money, but they also have more investments. What is that money based in? Where is it all going towards? Can't say that. It's a power entity. Vince McMahon's only focus is wrestling, or Triple H's, or well, who owns this crap now? Ari Emanuel. Their focus is pro wrestling. It can't be, I own the Jacksonville Jaguars. I own a football team. I own this. Yes, you have more money coming in, but you also have more distractions. You have more jobs to do.
Right. Yeah. In order for this company to succeed like WWE, the core focus has to be AEW. If it's not that, I understand, because like you said, they have money invested in a ton of different things. But if you want to be on that plateau, some of them things are going to have to fall to the wayside.
Let me go back to Jason's point here, because he said people are gassing this. Jason, you feel how you feel about it, because I'll tell you this. If AEW goes away, people will be crying the blues within a couple years that this is boring. How come there's no competition? You better keep it alive. That's all I'm going to tell people. And because I'm going to be the first one to come on here. I don't want to hear Jack Diddley squat. I don't want to hear it. If the people played a part and started falling away from this, I'm going to blame the people.
Yeah.
Like WWE wouldn't be as good as it is today if it wasn't for AEW. Right. Period. And AEW wouldn't have been as good those first couple years if it wasn't for WWE.
Right.
Goes back and forth. It's the exact same thing. Tony Khan is scared to make his top guys lose. I've heard people say that. Look at this. For Hubs, Jey Uso is main event material. Yeet. The devil is Jack, but not Jack Perry, Rockstar says. All right. BJ says, absolutely. I'll get my notes ready. I like the glasses. Another theory I have is the Devils could be the Aces and Eights from TNA. No, not the SOA storyline for Bishop. I like the Aces and Eights storyline partially. It was either really good or really bad. There's no in between.
I can't speak on that.
We know. I'll give you a video to watch. I'll give you Fowl's video to watch. Shout out to the homie Fowl if he still listens. Prince Rockstar said, watch Julia go to AEW. She doesn't fit WWE. Maybe. I see the World Class documentary so many times. The Iron Claw movie will be so emotional. Look at this. I love it. I'm digging Tony Nese and Josh Woods and ROH. I like their look and personas. Hopefully they can still make it to AEW. I think if they can show themselves down there, yeah. Shout out to Cameron for always focusing on bringing balance to the show. Derek is still the favorite, though. Love you, Conrad. Boo WWE. That's that hater in your blood, Jason. That's what's wrong with Derek. That Kool-Aid hate in his heart, pumping it. Just pumping that hatred. AEW downfall. Tony Khan book himself for himself and not the fans. Is that what everybody says, though, when a booker's not doing what they want? You're not booking for us. You're booking for yourself. I mean, I get it with Vince. You can see his things because he did it for 20 years. A booker's lifespan is only but 4 or 5 years. Name a booker who's booked great for 20 years. You can say Vince, but Vince has help with writers. Yeah. Name another booker from the old territories even who booked for 20 years and it was great.
Right.
Ain't that many out there, guys.
Honestly, I if anything, I feel like Tony... We'll talk about that after.
Shout out to Hub right here. He's coming with some historical significance. He says WWE Raw 1993, first 4 years, in early 97, they were almost out of business. Nitro 95, year 4, 99, on their way out of the business. AEW 2019, year 4 of early 2024. Yo, Sean, put that up as a tweet, bro. That's an excellent point.
Shit.
Watch that mouth. 100% agree with you, Conrad, on your theory of people crying if AEW goes away, no doubt. E says nobody remembers the WWF taking their foot off the gas after WCW and ECW went bunk. Oh, I do. Do you know who I am? In the Bully Ray voice. Pro Wrestling Shoe says, I agree, Conrad. Wrestling needs 2 companies, but this was one of those episodes I straight turned off. Why did you turn it off, though? Tell me the why. The devil is Ali and the rebirth of retribution. All right, that's enough. We're not going to recycle bad storylines now, Matt. He's trolling us. He's trolling.
No retribution.
Do you guys think that Tony Khan might be too controversial or too problematic behind the scenes that might give AEW a bad rap? Yo, we're talking about this tonight. You know what? Because I don't really have a lot to say about this show. We'll go through like the stuff, but we're gonna speed through this tonight. Let me say this with Tony Khan. I feel that Tony Khan is a different person than Vince McMahon. I don't like when I hear people say, you need to be more like a boss like Vince McMahon.
That's not.
No, what the hell does that even mean, bro? What does that mean? What do you want him to do? You guys like someone who rules with an iron fist? That's the last boss that I want to do work for. Right. That is the last person that's going to bring the best out of you constantly. You can't be like that. And I don't think Vince was like that in the beginning. No. These guys got you, bro. The wrestlers have you, but you need to pick and choose who you're going to work with and who's going to help you the most. That's where I think Tony has made some errors, but he's going to have errors. I knew that from the beginning when he came in. This dude's not perfect. The best thing Tony Khan had was the boogeyman. You know who that was? Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was there. He is evil. People didn't want to watch WWE anymore. It wasn't for them anymore. There are people who just didn't care. And I'm pointing at Derek because he is the perfect example of this. He didn't care. Could you bring him in with an edge here and there? Yeah, you can win him over and say, like, yeah, that was cool. That was all right. But for the most part, Derek didn't care anymore about anything on WWE. He'd be like, why is this so bad?
Yeah.
Like, what happened? You know, Derek's a fan of yesteryear. Tony Khan, everything he did was better. So that's cool. That's better. That's cool. Now, Vince is gone. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Here is Triple H, the man who we loved in NXT, has the ball now. And we're like, yo, I loved NXT back in the day. This dude's got it. Yeah. And I think that momentum has carried over. Triple H has studied Vince. He knows the good, he knows the bad, he knows the ugly. So he is going to take advantage of what he has learned over the years. Triple H is probably just as ruthless as Vince McMahon. People don't see it that way, but he is. Over time, his guys are going to get frustrated with him too. Where's Sheamus? What's going on with Drew? You know what I mean? These guys are going to be frustrated.
Yes.
So I think that was his biggest thing. If you ask me, Derek, last point I'll make on this, and I'm going to pass it to you. Tony Khan, if I could give him any advice, get 2 writers, bro. 2 writers. Get yourself, and I'm just using these names, Arusso and Ferrara, and you. You 3 make the choices. Tony says, this is what I want to do. Okay, let me write it, bro. Blah, blah, blah. Tell the writers, go work with the talent on the promos. Because tonight, what we had for the promo is awful. Awful. Me and BJ had to talk about scripts. When have we ever had to do that for AEW? We're talking about maybe you needed a script tonight, bro, because that was bad.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into that segment too.
Yeah. Yikes.
Best calves in the business. Shout out to Bully Ray. Yeah. That was my point. Sorry, Jason. I'm going on long rants for this stuff. Yes, your questions are good. You got to save those for me. I'll get all crazy about it. The Devils are the House of Torture. I will turn this off so fast. Jay Lethal's match tonight against Roosh was so good, despite the fact that it was short. Yeah. Big guy was Fale. Let me see here. Kyra, do you think Gomez Adams will return to WWE? He's still there. He's still lurking.
He's not too far away.
I'm here. Help me out, Kevin and Bruce. He's lurking. That's all I can say. I don't think he'll go. I shouldn't say that because never say never with him, but we'll see.
I don't think he's disappearing anytime soon. I don't think he's too far.
Yeah, he's not that far gone.
He's not that far gone.
Pro Wrestling Shoot says just wasn't entertaining. I feel like 2023. I have options on what I can use to take up my time. Maybe it's just in my older age, but I create content. I spend time with my family, other TV shows, gaming, etc. I hear you. That's fair.
Absolutely fair.
What's worse, Jungle Boy as the devil or the devil is Tony Khan? We have a repeat of 99. It's me, Maxwell. Give me Tony. I'm not going to lie. Give me Tony. Because at least I'm like, maybe he can pull something out and make this good.
No.
He said, which one's worse? I'm taking Tony. I think Jungle Boy would be worse.
Jungle Boy would be worse.
It's evil. You're done. As soon as I seen that cringe promo with Jericho and Omega, it was all over for me. I know for a fact that I'm sticking with AEW over WWE for years to come. It's not due to a grudge against Vince. It's like choosing a place to eat. The food is better to me. It's for your demographic too. Think about that. This show is for your demographic. When you watch Raw, sometimes it's not for you. Sometimes it's like kid content. You're like, what is this, bro?
Yeah.
But it's not for us.
It's not for us. It's not. Which is crazy because if you look at the Attitude Era, that wasn't for kids either, but there were a lot of kids there.
Well, we were watching it, bro, and we were kids, so
that's what I'm saying. Though it wasn't geared towards the kids.
Kids are always going to watch wrestling, though.
Right. So why change the narrative?
It's true, but it's a different world politically that we live in. You know, you're done. This is where I have to stop you. This is where I have to stop you from going on your rants. Gato Booker of the Year. This was top 5 worst AEW segments of all time. Facts. House of Torture over Jungle Boy. I don't know if I can even agree with that, Matt. I don't even know if I can say that one. That House of Torture, the Beaver and the Ducks. Stop it. The Young Bucks worse. Scott D'Amore Booker of the Year. Yeah, I would definitely consider Scott D'Amore. I don't dislike Tony Khan, and I have faith in AEW for years to come. Jason says, I just feel like Tony is the type that will create controversy for the sake of attention. AEW doesn't need any of it. They need something. What do you think, Derek? You can give your thoughts on AEW.
So I think AEW has to create a new platform because it's basically what
you have
said.
to you have to define this.
It's basically what you said, bro. Vince was there. That platform was basically all right. We could take over because Vince doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have that edge anymore. It's just he's just putting things together. The demographic is off, but he's playing to that demographic because that's what the demographic wants. Fine, whatever. Let's give the people what they really want, and we can attack that demographic, and we can soar through everything we need to go through. As of right now having Triple H on that platform as sole runner,
I call him Fonzie. He's the cool guy on the block right now.
yes,
Can do no wrong.
right. But how long? My thing with that though is how long do you really think that's going to last with Triple H?
Can I compare it to a relationship type thing?
Go.
You first date somebody, right? You're going on dates all the time. You look at your partner and you're like, hey, this is great. Let's do it again. You see them every day.
Mhm.
It's constant.
Yeah.
But one day you see them too much. And then stuff starts to bother you. And it's just too much. And then they need to do stuff. They need to do X, Y, and Z. And then the rose-colored glasses fall off for a second. And now this is when your relationship becomes like, oh dear, what is this? What is this supposed to be? What is this going to be?
Right.
And now the rose-colored glasses are off, but you see it for what it is.
Right.
Like, okay, this is why I like you. This is why I want to be with you. That's the same thing that's happened to Tony Khan. The glasses have fallen off, and we're looking at Tony, and we are being critical of everything he does. We were more forgiving before. That's my opinion.
No, and you're not wrong because if you really think about it, if you take that analogy, some relationships work to where partners need to be up under each other. That's how they function. But then you have some where we work better when we don't see each other that often, where we have to miss each other somewhere down the line in order to make it work, in order for us to have that fire still. And I think that's what's happening. I think we're losing that fire with AEW a little bit.
Right. And you're just looking at it for what it's worth, but then you need to see like, but this is so good. Yeah. This is why I like it though.
Right.
That's what you have to find in it. Someone mentioned, what if it's Don Callis and his family? They've been suspiciously missing. Good point. I don't see it being Don and the homies, but you never know. Takeshita needs to be booked better because he has wins over Kenny Omega, and where's he been? Rampage, like doing tag matches and stuff. Jason says AEW to me has a roster of talent who seems to be passionate about simply making AEW the best they possibly can. I don't know if I feel that way about everybody. In my opinion, I feel the passion over simply getting famous. The passion is there, but also I think there's a lot of people looking to jump ship at this point.
Yeah.
And I can see some people, I just mentioned Sheamus. I think Sheamus will be in AEW before 2024 is over.
I wouldn't dispute that at all.
Let's see here. Rob says, it's funny. Y'all keep saying Vince doesn't know what he's doing, but look at how much money was grossed over a period with him at the helm. Isn't that the main goal? I have theories. This man's last television deal was what? Give me what's a fake diamond? Give me something here, Derek.
A fake diamond?
Yeah. What do we call it?
Cubic zirconia.
Yeah, he sold Fox a cubic zirconia. How did you think that show was worth $1 billion? I have theories. I will not say them on here right now, but I have theories on how he got that deal. Vince McMahon has been slacking for, I won't say the entire time. I don't know what year it started for me, but things got bad at a certain point. Maybe it was like around WrestleMania 29. Maybe it was even before that. Maybe, like I said, it's WCW. It's all rolls into each other where he would have his bright moments, but then they became less bright.
Yeah.
Undertaker loses the streak. I get why he did that because he had a new, the WWE network. Yeah. But Vince started making crucial errors in booking things like the Raw after WrestleMania 31. I remember that sucked. Like, I watched it and I was like, this is bad. Yeah. You used to know how to do these things. Like, it's a simple night. It's a layup, bro. Follow up with the night before. Tease where you're going to for Backlash or whatever the pay-per-view after WrestleMania is going to be. Like, come on. I get that he made a lot of money. In totality, if you're just looking at Booker Vince McMahon, he did a lot, Rob. I'm not saying that. He made a lot of money. He capitalized on a lot of situations. Did he do it the right way, though? Little shady practices when you look at it at the end of the day. So I don't want to pretend like he's a great businessman. Yeah, you have money. Take it easy.
For me, I think once the storyline started changing for me, I think that's where I started falling apart with it, because he'll tell you I was heavy on the Attitude Era. That was gold. That was phenomenal. Then once we started incorporating, and I get it. That bunch that we grew up with started getting old. They started getting old. So you had to bring in new blood, which is something that you have to do no matter what you do. But the new blood that was brought in just wasn't impressive to me. I didn't care. There was no reason for me to care for the new blood that was there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like the people disappeared and things started to change. And that's what happens in wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Jason says, this is my personal viewpoint, but I feel AEW has a portion of haters due to the fact that they reached a level of success outside the WWE when other companies cannot reach in recent years. There's always going to be tribalism. There's always going to be people who are like, absolutely not. Listen, when WCW was around when I was a kid, Derek, me, will tell you, I had WCW versus the World on PlayStation. Derek had Thunder. I had Nitro. We had Versus the World. We had World Tour. We had Revenge. I had No Mercy. I had Attitude. We played all those games. You could be a fan of both. Why can't people just be fans of both? I like wrestling, so I'm like, I'm going to watch these shows this week. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I do not watch NXT, at least on a weekly basis. I'll pop in and catch some of it, but for the most part, I watch the takeovers. MLW, I will watch that 40-man battle royal that they do, Battle Riot. And I try to catch some of the other stuff when they did like the Lucha Underground, the Azteca Underground. That was cool too. I would pop in on it. Impact, I try to watch it every week. Do I get to? Not always, but I do try to watch it every single week just to give them a view. And I support Impact. I pay them money on YouTube to watch their product. So there's always going to be people from all those companies too who aren't feeling it. You bring up a good point. Vince is good at making dirty money. That's not exactly something to cheer for, depending on if you view it as dirty money. Business is ruthless too.
Yeah.
Remember when they were worried when AEW first started that they came to the realization that that's it, business as usual, folks. All money spends, and that's another difference between Vince McMahon of old and some of the folks. And this is a people thing.
Yeah.
When Vince McMahon has a problem, you throw money at it. Make it go away. How much money do I have to give you? Go away.
Right.
This leads to some of those other claims too. Throw money at it. Go away. Go away. Even if it's not whatever it is, it doesn't matter. If they told Vince you need to get a license for wrestling in the state, how much is it going to take? Okay, go away. How much? Actually, this stuff's not real. And Vince says that because he didn't want to pay the fees anymore because he needed to save money. That's what it is. I guess the value, the business aspect of the business as much as the sports entertainment aspect. Facts, Rob. Yeah. In the past few days at the age of 37, I've been looking back on my childhood and have reached the thought of wondering perhaps WWE back then wasn't good for me to support. No.
I definitely think it was good for you to support it. Honestly, I really do think it was good for you to support. I think as of right now, the way we look at the whole scope of wrestling right now, we need more than one company. And the fact that people didn't like the fact that AEW came up to challenge WWE, and that was a problem. Why that's a problem, I have no idea.
It was a problem because they had a television deal.
Who cares?
But when you don't have a choice, you have to spend more.
Cry about it.
I'm just saying, like, it's no different than baseball teams or whatever. We just saw the whole Blue Jays Ohtani situation. Right?
But okay, so if
they want Will Ospreay, Tony Khan now has relationships with New Japan. I'm getting to talk to him first, but we want him. You know what I mean? Then that jealousy kicks in. It's going to happen on both sides.
You don't want another company to have a TV deal, but then you'll be mad when you want to watch your favorite wrestler that's on said company, but you got to pay $75 for the pay-per-view to see it. Oh, well, then maybe we need another TV deal so you can see him on TV or her on TV.
Hey, let's get into this show real quick, though. Let's talk Dynamite. Samoa Joe comes out and cuts a promo on Hangman Adam Page. Page runs out to defend himself. He comes out galloping, saying, I'm here. If you got a problem with me, let's fight. Joe was basically accusing him of all the stuff that has happened. And then here comes Roderick Strong in the Kingdom. This leads to a little mini brawl, and a referee runs out. Some of the stuff, I told BJ, me and Derek were talking this, some of this stuff feels very WWE-esque.
It did.
Like
It
the
really
ref
did.
running out.
Yeah.
Tonight the table was set in the usual WWE spot, and me and BJ talked. Maybe it was because of how things were set up and things like that. I guess Tony Schiavone mentioned it on his podcast. Credit to BJ for that. Maybe, but I've been noticing more and more WWE things. How they watch the TV screen, the sideways look. What? And I know they got the production guy from WWE, and I know that's the way he does things. But there's more than one way to do these things too.
Yes.
Looking at the TV like that, I've never liked. I think that's so weird looking.
It is.
Nobody watches TV like that.
Yeah.
So I personally don't get it. But I don't know. $75. The UFC prices, that's like $50 less than an Icon edition.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you had to pay big money to see your favorite wrestler that's not on TV. I'm sorry, I'm not paying big money. That's like me saying I'm a Blue Jays fan. I can see all their games, but I'm also a Sabres fan, and I live in Buffalo, but I can see Toronto play more than the Sabres play. So now I got to pay whatever to get them on my TV all the time. Like, I'm not doing that. Sorry.
Not when you don't have to.
When I don't have to, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. And I see Jason asking for everybody's top 3 wrestlers. Matt says that the more he hears Samoa Joe, he likes it and wants to see him as world champion. I could buy into Joe as world champion. Strong and Page had a good match. They mentioned Hangman was Roderick Strong's young boy in Ring of Honor, which is kind of true. Not exactly, but you know what I mean.
He was my young boy.
This was Page before the hair looked cool. This is back when he had like that hat hair. The Kingdom were trying to interfere throughout this match, but Hangman Page gets the win with the dead eye. That mustache got to go, Roddy. What are you doing, bro?
Looking like a science professor.
Ryan Reynolds over here. I don't know what he's doing, but Hangman Page gets the big dub in this one. Now, I don't know when we decided we're going to do a Blue League match on Dynamite, but Tony must have realized something in the booking because he added this match. And I was like, okay, I guess. But I think it's because Danielson took that first week off and he wasn't ready. And now they're trying to maybe make up for some of these.
That might be the idea.
It could be. Adam. Brody King and Andrade. I thought this was the sleeper match of the night.
Yes, this was really good. This was really good.
This was fire, man. It was a hard-hitting battle. People were getting messed up. I almost said a bad word.
The chops. Oh.
The chops were bad on a lot of matches tonight. Roosh and Andrade, bro, stay away from me.
Oh my God, yeah.
Ooh, could you imagine Roosh and Andrade versus the Lucha Bros? Have we seen that? Yeah, we should get that. They should do that.
They should.
They should like main event like Dynamite Mexico.
They should. They
should do that with like AAA involvement.
You know what we should do one day?
Don't tell me go to Mexico.
I'm not going. No disrespect.
You've been watching too many movies there.
Yeah, I've been watching way too many movies. We should take both companies and like just spitball like, all right, let's do a March Madness. Let's do a March Madness tournament with with both companies, but taking
I'm
top
gonna
stars.
let you make those brackets.
I got you.
He's lying.
I know.
Y'all know. March 1st, y'all write this down now. Put it in your little phone calendar.
I got
Derek is lying.
I'm not lying.
Ask Derek when he sent me them designs. Long-time listeners know. By the way, is ROH the NXT of AEW? I don't think it's been established.
Which is another problem.
Mm-hmm. Tony needs to. This is why I want to sit down with BJ and you, and we can talk about what they need to establish and do. Because there are things that's like, what is this? What are we doing?
Right.
Make some moves. But we'll get into that momentarily. After that, my work computer just started making noise. I think it's doing a reset, though. It always happens when I'm recording this. If you guys have ever noticed when I talk about this, annoying. Andrade ends up exposing the metal part on the back part of the top turnbuckle, drops Brody's head on it, and he's able to hit a hammerlock DDT. And when they gave Andrade a big dub here, I think they're trying to really keep this guy.
This was a big dub for him. I don't get me wrong, Brody's my guy, but I think if they want to keep Andrade, this has to go to him.
Yeah, you got to make that move if that's what you're going to do. Big win for Andrade. He still keeps his hopes alive in the tournament. Brody, who is the top crusher in the tournament, he falls back a little bit here, but that's okay. He's got a match with Danielson up next. That might hurt his confidence a little bit. We'll have to see what happens on Collision. I am a week behind on Collision. I have not watched last week's Collision still. The Von Erich show up backstage. Kevin, I don't know about that. I don't know about the claw. The Von Erichs are backstage. Kevin's with his sons, Ross and Marshall. If you've never seen them in MLW, highly recommend you check out their tag team stuff. They are going to team up with Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy just disrespects Danhausen and Trent, who are right there. And then he's like, why aren't you teaming with us? We're in Texas. Oh, yeah. Right. And I forgot what Danhausen and them yelled. Something ridiculous about Texas or whatever. But they do that. They're going to team up on Rampage. Yippee Skippy. Give you something to look forward to on Friday. We'll see what they do. I don't even think they said who they're battling in the match yet. It's probably going to be like Jake Hager and the homies.
Well, he did have the hat on.
Yo, he said Mexico with the stiff ass mats, we losing 35% of the roster. No, I never said you were wrestling in them damn AAA rings. We ain't doing no 6 sides. I am personally not with the 6 sides. I know some people love it for like TNA and stuff. I think it makes for awkward running for people who are legitimately fast and stuff. I think it's great for the high flyers, but I don't think it benefits anybody else too much. So I'm not with it. Do you guys think WWE is known for copying off of another wrestling company? Yes, they are known for copying off a company and doing it better. That is what at least that's what I've always felt their forte is. Oh, you're doing Starrcade? Oh, we're gonna do a WrestleMania. Yeah, we're better at this. Thanks. Thanks a lot. See ya. They made more of a spectacle out of it than WCW did.
Yeah, they really did, and you can't fault them at all. You really have to congratulate them for doing what they had to do. I mean, that's the way of the world. You want to outdo somebody? Okay, take the idea and change it and make it better.
Terrell says, I apologize for bringing this up. You know what? Anything to not get us to this next segment. I apologize for bringing this up. You're both aware of the Giants and Jets win the remainder of their games. They get the last wild card spot. It's been confirmed. Terrell, I'm going to hit you with something I don't want to bring up. I don't believe that either of those teams are not losing another game. That's my opinion. Especially them Jets. Yeah. I think they need to just go for the draft pick.
Yeah.
Get someone on your squad and then see if your boy Mr. AR that you put all that money into is going to save you. Brody and Andrade was fantastic. Great match. Love the best friends in Von Erich promo. Stole ideas from ECW. Yeah, bro. I got this great idea, bro. It's a symbol, bro. Okay. I feel like Swerve and John could have been a little bit better, but at the same time, I think both men. You want to save some juice, though, if you're going to feud these guys later. Kyra, I asked if WWE would do it to AEW. Yes, they have. They will.
Yeah.
They took Cody back. They used Cody's gimmick is his AEW gimmick in WWE.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted. That's why they wanted Punk. That's why they went after Lexus King, Brian Pillman Jr. Jade Cargill's gimmick, I think, is going to be very similar to what she did previously.
Yeah.
They know what they want. They're coming after Ricky Starks, MJF. I'm telling you guys, just watch. 2024 is about to be wild. It's going to be wild for who leaves and who goes to different places.
Listen, WWE's motto is pick and change, pick and change, pick and change. Pick something that we think that we can change and make it better. And obviously, you know, we pick Cody, and
yeah, we'll tweak him and make him better. We'll do what you couldn't do with him.
Exactly.
That's their motto. And for the worst segment of the night, horrible, awful. This was change the channel heat. This was stuff. Jesse said it earlier in here, Pro Wrestling Shoot. He said that this was bad. This was real bad, bro.
This was, oh, God awful. Like anytime, I'm sorry. Anytime Kenny does a promo, it does not sound like he's doing a promo. It sounds like he is hosting something. Like I'm oh God, what is the word for those people like that are talking to? They're not giving you a promo. It's like
soliloquy.
No, not soliloquy. Oh my God, what are they called?
A host.
It's a host, but there's like another name for host. But forget all that. That's how Kenny does his promos. He sounds like a host. Like okay, so after AEW goes off air and they're
monologue.
Yes.
Thank you, E.
Yes. Fucking monologue. Horrible.
Language.
Sorry, but I
language.
I'm sorry. It had to come out, bro. Like it was bothering me so much. So much.
Yeah.
Horrible.
They do what they can.
Well, they did nothing.
E said this was a disaster. The Golden Jet segment was SAWFT soft. We can skip this segment. A said, should Jericho retire? Jason says.
I don't think so.
No, there's a spot for Jericho. Jericho just needs to be used better. I think he's overexposed. But if Jericho stops wrestling, I fear the Kurt Angle effect that he'll lock up and he can't do it anymore. So he's trying to get the most out of it. But it's up to Jericho can stay around as long as he wants, technically, because you know what? That guy has done a lot. I just think that Jericho needs to be in a better spot. Whether it's Jericho in a tag team, then pick a guy that you're going to tag with all the time and be like, you're my protege.
Yeah.
Let's do a tag team storyline together. Do that then. That's just what I'm saying. BJ said this was a top 5 worst AEW moment. It was bad. Negative Money E says bad SNL monologue. This was absolutely brutal. Even Jericho said it was bad. Yeah, dude. It's moments like this, bro. Derek knows I went ham about the CM Punk stuff. This is what I was talking about. This is what he was probably trying to fix. You cannot do this stuff. If you're not good at promos, you cannot go out there and just wing it. Ricky, Big Bill, they should have been at catering, eating lunch together, and talking about this if it was going to be this bad. If you thought you were going to go out there and wing it, Ricky was the best one.
Yes.
Ricky Starks gets the Shawn Michaels. I don't even remember what the pay-per-view was with Undertaker, Kane, and Triple H. That match was so bad. But you know who I felt bad for? Shawn, because he came out of retirement for this, and I was like, my dude was the best one in that match, and he didn't even do anything bad. Kane's mask falling off. We got Kenny Omega talking about the Winnipeg Jets. Bro, what? What? No one even calls you guys the Golden Jets. I hate that name.
Nobody.
You're Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. What is this? Bro, I'm with Jesse, bro. I might concede defeat on the trios titles. Get rid of them. I haven't missed them. The Acclaimed are still the trios champs, right?
When was defended last?
It's been a minute. Ever since they got beat up and put through the glass, we haven't seen them.
Yeah.
So,
that's right, yeah.
But get rid of those belts.
Told you, bro. Trios matches.
Yo, here he goes. Look at him. Go ahead, take your lap. Go ahead, young bucks. Take your victory lap. It's just got to go. It's got to go.
Has to. Like I said, you have a trios match when it's called for. When it's called for, but you don't need titles for it. That's if you get jumped by 3 people and your other two other people in your faction come out and help you. All right, now we got a trios match. This is a match for this, okay?
But they don't need titles.
They don't need titles.
You know what I was thinking, bro? Have the AEW and like the ROH tag titles merge, and then maybe you make the trios like the Ring of Honor thing.
Yeah,
you could do that maybe.
I think that would be better because I feel, and I don't mean any kind of disrespect when I say this. I feel trios belongs through that vision. You know what I mean? Like I believe that is what they would specialize in, not AEW, not WWE, NXT, Ring of Honor. I feel like that's where those benefit the best.
Yeah, it's weird seeing legends like Jericho and the Hardy Boys being used like special appearances in AEW. They need to be though. Like the Hardys have no one to blame but themselves. Like that weak sauce of like we're not being used and all that stuff. Jeff messed up, bro. Jericho, there's nothing you can really say about him other than you got to pick and choose your spots with Jericho. Like that's it. Like, and Jericho's gonna want to call his shots too. He's been around. He was one of the first big guys you signed. I get it. Like. I understand. Ricky saved it. Jericho retweeting their segment, retweeting people who said their segment was great.
Pleasure.
My apologies, folks. The 3 delusional people, but still. I'm still a fresh AEW fan, therefore I'm still going to get to know everyone. Is Kenny Omega truly mega in AEW? I feel the vibe of him being a top commodity looks good. No, Kenny's really good in the ring, but tonight you saw one of his weaker parts of his game, which was the promo.
I feel like the promo is forced when he does his promos.
Yeah, and people are saying that ROH would maybe be the best place for the trios belts, Terrell and Matt Lopez. So, yeah, this segment's awful. Don't go back and watch it. Yeah. Tag team matches happening at World's End between those 2 teams. Yay. Yeah. Next up, we get ourselves a match here with Riho. Do you see this not popping up? There we go. Yo, I clicked that like 8 times, right? Yo, StreamYard, about to get a refund this month, bro. We have Riho and Ruby Soho. They went out here and Timeless Tony Storm joined the commentary team. I like that every time they cut to Tony, black and white. Good practice for the cameraman when it's on Tony, it's black and white.
Right.
You do that. Mariah May was in the background holding her belt. Mm-hmm. I didn't see Luther tonight.
But you know what though, Mariah May, she did her part well.
She is going to be a focal point of the storyline.
Yeah, she did her part well, not being over exuberant with her actions.
Ruby's been Ruby came out recently and like raised up the women's division. She says she loves being in AEW. So good for her.
Fits. To me, Ruby fits. I mean, other people probably disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. But I definitely feel like she belongs here.
Listen, I'm not gonna go through all of this. They're setting up Ruby Soho with Angelo Parker, it looks like, but we also have Riho getting the dub here because Riho is going to be facing Timeless Tony Storm, I think, at World's End.
Yes,
I'm with it. She gets the win with the double knees. Cool. I'm happy with this. I'm fine. Wardlow cuts a promo. He's going to end MJF. We've been hearing this for weeks.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Even though I've been kind of getting not thrown off, but like I've been getting kind of like out of the mode for this. This was actually a really good promo for him. Really good promo.
Riho and Yuka Sakazaki is one of my favorite Joshis. I had no idea women's Japanese wrestling was so impactful at AEW. Yes, Kenny tries to do his darndest to hold it down with them. Luther had Traveler's Gout, as Tony said. Right person won. Riho is dope. I love Riho. Yeah, same.
Riho is dope.
She's really good.
Yeah.
we talked about the Wardlow promo. Let's get to Roosh and Jay Lethal. This match was short but sweet.
Yes.
Chests were a chopping. Roosh was a flared up. Yo, Roosh is just aggressive, bro. He is the most aggressive wrestler they have on this roster. It was good back and forth. Lethal goes for a lethal injection when he gets on his roll a little bit, and Roosh just put him in a sleeper and said, "Go to sleep."
Right.
And Lethal had no choice but to tap. I was surprised by the ending of this. They made Roosh look strong.
So was I. I was really not expecting Lethal to lose this. Because that's a 0-4 start for him.
Yeah,
but I wasn't expecting that.
Jay Lethal's time was up when he lost the Ring of Honor title for the final time, I think.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I know they had him and Gresham as the tag champs, but Lethal at this point is a legend who is there to help people out and do what he's got to do. Give him a couple wins, and then he puts people over.
Right. Yeah.
I don't have an issue with Lethal. I think he's a tremendous performer.
Oh, absolutely. And we looked it up. He's only 38, but he's been wrestling for
20 years.
That's
it's getting close because 03, 04, he was in Joe's corner back then.
Right. And when you wrestle, to me, in my opinion, when you wrestle on the indie scene, you take a lot more bumps than usual.
Yeah. Lethal's performance was better this week. I didn't expect that loss that fast by submission. Me either. So, hey, Dub's a dub. You get that win. During this match, or no, excuse me, this is the next match, but I'm going to say it now. We find out that we're getting a match at it's going to be Vikingo versus Black Taurus for the AAA Mega Championship. I'm not going to remember this when we do our predictions later because I don't have a graphic for this, but I got Vikingo winning. But they're going to feature him on the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. Dope. Good for him.
Yes. That's very, very well needed.
There will not be a review for that, by the way. We won't have time. The weekends are bad for me. Like lately. I don't even know if we're going to do World's End. We're going to know probably in the next week or two.
Hey.
Jay White, Mark Briscoe. We got a chance for them boys. There was a lot of controversy with that this week. Take it easy, everybody. If you're one of the people who got upset by this, just take it easy. All right. I don't want to get all deep into the issue, but a dude lost his brother. All right. Like, take it easy. Yeah. And he resonates with those words. Well, the Cowboys, the Briscoes were around using that phrase before they were. All right, calm it down.
Exactly.
All right, just chill out. So, Jay White, Mark Briscoe. This is a classic Ring of Honor match you would get on the old shows when we used to go for for the the Toronto ones we would go to or different things like that, or the Buffalo shows.
Yeah, this was good.
Briscoe fired up when they chanted for him.
Yeah, this type of match brings out good memories of Ring of Honor and stuff like that. So this match I can appreciate to the fullest.
The Froggy Bow gets reversed, knees up, Blade Runner. Jay White shows you he's still a bad man in all of this. Jay White or Konosuke Takeshita needs to just beat Orange Cassidy for the International Championship. I stand on that.
Absolutely.
I know you, Jamal. Yo, chill. We won't have to wait too long for Will Ospreay, will we? He'll be in by February. He still technically is on New Japan's contract. He's not done yet. He's going to be at Wrestle Kingdom. He's going to also be at the TNA show tapings. So
yeah,
Derek's going to be giving it a big opportunity now that TNA's back.
Possibly.
That's what I like to hear, Derek.
Only because Will Ospreay.
And Okada.
Oh,
Okada, yeah. Well, he's coming in for those tapings too. Okada said he'd never go back there either. I don't know if you ever saw what they did to him, but Vince Russo made him like Kato, and he was never again. Yeah. Yo, I heard Scott D'Amore had to go and apologize to get Okada. He was like, Okada, I apologize. He wasn't even there, bro. He didn't even do this. He was like, I apologize to what happened to you the last time you were in our company. That's how you know he was tight, bro. The man had to go to Japan to apologize. Like, this will never happen again. Never.
But I respect it though, because that's not something that.
Now, Okada's one of the best in the world, dude. You can't do that.
Yeah.
BJ, before we get to the main event, he says not to go back, but can we go back to when Jericho tried to throw a thing about tag team names and making their names together? It was actually a name of a challenger in ROH. WTF, bro. Jericho looks so bad in that segment, bro. I don't even want to speak about it because it's embarrassing.
It is.
It's top. BJ, I will agree. It's top 5 worst segments in AEW history.
Yeah.
Y'all can clown like people vacating belts or whatever you think is funny. That was bad.
Yeah.
Swerve and John Moxley. This match had some like stakes to it. It had a little oomph to me.
Yes.
I feel like this was Swerve new. Swerve knows now. Like he's good. And I want Swerve to be very careful when he's out in that ring. I want him to protect himself. Close back and forth match. This was for the points. This was for if this ends up in a tiebreaker, who's going to get the win. I'm not mad with what they did here. I'm going to explain why afterwards. Derek Swerve's jumping on Moxley, stomping him out through the chair, stomps him out. Moxley kicks out. He hits him with a victory roll, puts his legs up, rolls up Swerve. Swerve's shoulder is up, and he had a handful of tights. What kind of person are you, John Moxley? He gets the win by hook or by crook. Swerve is looking shocked.
Yep. Hook or crook.
Wow, dang, do. I'm not mad at this though, Derek, because we were talking before this. Swerve is AEW World Champion material.
Yes.
He was not going to get there winning this tournament and then becoming this Triple Crown champion.
No, this for those who are going to disagree with the narrative, this was a match that he needed to lose. Where he's going, he does not need this title. I'm sorry. Anybody who says he should, you're wrong. He does not need this title. He needs the heavyweight title. That's the title that he needs right now. With the momentum that he has, with the star power that he has, that is what he needs.
Jason says, who's winning this tournament? Who becomes that Triple Crown champion? I think it's on the blue side.
It's got to be on the blue side, and it's got to be.
You're gonna say Danielson wins this to be the first champ? Like,
yes, then I can agree with that. Although I will disagree and say that he doesn't need it.
He doesn't, but you could give it to Eddie too. Like Eddie's my like dark horse pick. Like I kind of want Eddie to win, but I think Danielson's the safer pick because he can go to New Japan, defend the belt against Okada. Maybe he loses it to Okada.
Yes, but in the same token of breath, I don't think Kingston needs it. Kingston has it.
I mean, Kingston's the reason why it's a Triple Crown. He put 2 of his belts on the line. He put his championships on the table and said, "Let's do this."
Well, no. I get that. I feel like there has to be something different for him in order to keep these belts. Like this tournament, I think the tournament is bound for him to lose because you have too many people in here where you could say, all right, now Kingston can give this guy a run for his money, but I don't really see
bro, he lost to Brody. He's basically at the point where he can't lose another match or he's out of this.
That's what I'm saying. Like this isn't what he needs to have that Triple Crown.
The stories are in the tournament. Some people are just there to lose matches. There are other people who I'm here to play spoiler. There's going to be a guy who loses all of his matches one day and then he's going to beat someone. Right. Let's go back to John Moxley's first G1 tournament. He lost to Yano. He was beating everybody, top tier New Japan talent, and Yano beat him, and it ruined his chance to get the world title. But he then went on to become the IWGP US champion. Dope. I like that. It told a story.
Right.
Moxley was unbeatable till some clown beat him, and then he wanted to rip his head off. Like, what? And Yano's a comedy wrestler, if you don't know. So I like it. You could tell stories within this. Yes. It's good. I like these round robin tournaments. Jason says, I would love for Swerve to become AEW World Champ sooner than later, but I feel like I shouldn't get too excited. I got to keep my guard up a little. I think it's happening, bro. I think it's going to happen in 2024, if you want my prediction.
I don't think it'll be that long.
A says we are getting Will Ospreay versus Josh Alexander 2 at TNA Snake Eyes. I hope Scott D'Amore was a. Come on now, E. The truth is, if Garcia beats Kingston on Saturday, he is no longer ROH World and New Japan Strong Champ. So he's got to beat Garcia. Some people won't get the C2 booking and will treat it like King of the Ring. Yeah, very different. Very different. And King of the Ring was dope for different reasons back in the day. I know they probably don't want wrestlers to wrestle like 3 matches in one night anymore either. That's brutal, but it was good when you did it.
It was. It really was. And you gotta remember the good stuff.
Yeah. You know what? Tonight it felt weird too. No Christian Cage. No Adam Copeland.
Which is weird because they definitely showed a promotion for that.
They did. Guys, put your Dynamite scores in the chat. Let us know what you thought. I mean, we can keep it simple tonight. Derek, what do you want to give this? Like I said, we like some of the stuff. I thought some of it was okay. I thought some of it was bad tonight. What did you think of tonight's show?
Tonight's show for me gets a C-.
Okay. I'm going to go with a 6.8. We'll say barely passing.
Yeah.
If 65 is passing, we'll say barely passing.
Actually, no. 65 is passing.
55 will be failing, but we're not. But this ain't the public school. You dealing with the Catholic school system over here.
Right.
Danielson, polish that paddle. The disciplinarians back in town, baby. Dash your paddling. Staring at my sandals. Dash your paddling. Hangman is going to be the Swerve. Hangman's going to be in Swerve's way of the title. He has pretty much made that obvious. That's fine. That could be one of Swerve's feuds. I think Swerve's going to turn babyface as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You could do round robin tourneys in WCW World Tour. Actually, that's how I learned what round robin tournaments were and how they worked. And to get to program Fight Forever, yeah, tell Fight Forever to add those in. I just actually tweeted about that, I think, today. Thumbs up from E. Dynamite 3 out of 10. Looking forward to AEW 2024, though. Matt Lopez says 6.5 out of 10. EPW 10 out of 10. And Rio is awesome. NYU scoring only. Gotta get that curve, that bell curve. 6 out of 10. Ace says. This show would have been a B+ without the Kenny Jericho segment. Because of it, it's a C- for me. I think you and Derek are in full agreement. It sucked the life out of all that I was enjoying before that. Yeah.
It definitely missed on all cylinders.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into this ROH Final Battle show. If I am missing any matches, you guys can feel free to yell at me. I don't think we're even going to have a championship defense of the Ring of Honor title here. We do know the Women's Championship is the main event of the evening. Right. Hold on. I'm pulling up this card because I don't see everything here. Derek, we're about to get into this. Let's first talk about a rematch between former tag partners. Another guy who I'd like to see treated better. Keith Lee, man. He was right there with Swerve, and I just don't know what happened, dog.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either. I'd have to say that complete utter disrespect.
But I think there's more to it than that we just don't know.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure there is, but come on, bro. You set him on a road where people thought that this was a push for him. Instead, it turned out to be not that. It turned out to be like you're here just as a body, really.
So what do you think in this match? Who needs this dub more? Shane Taylor, Keith Lee.
Yeah, because how many matches has Shane Taylor wrestled?
Oh, he's been around for years, I'm saying, but he just got brought into Tony Khan's ROH. It took him a little bit to get him in there, but now he's there. Shane Taylor's a heck of a wrestler, but
no, he is.
This is going to be a hoss fight, basically.
He definitely is, but I think Keith needs this because he's been gone for quite some time now. Been out of the spotlight for some time, and I feel like going up against Shane Taylor, this is something that he needs. So
we bonded on that, Matt Lopez. He said he learned from the video games 2 round robin tournament.
There you go.
Love.
I feel like this is one of these fights where you got two big guys scrapping it out throughout the streets, throughout the bars. You need this to be a big time hoss match. Like this is like, yeah, get your stuff in, but this is like, listen here, bro, I'm about to beat your entire all day. I'm about to mop the floor with you.
Ass. Yeah. I'm going to take in this one Keith Lee for the win. I know Matt just put Shane Taylor needs to win more. I hear you, but I think Keith Lee needs it in the eyes of Dynamite fans.
Yes.
And that's the problem when you're cross promoting a lot of this stuff, because you run into weird things like that. Now, I thought I had the graphics up, but I'm missing some of the graphics. Ethan Page versus Tony Nese, an I Quit match. Should be fan freaking tastic. I kind of already have my thoughts on who's winning. Give me Ethan Page for the dub. I mean, there's no other way.
Yeah, no.
Ethan Page has been stuck in like these weird positions to try to get some of this. There is no tag team or ROH world title match on the card, but I think the 6-man titles could be Mogul Embassy versus United Empire based on World Tag League. You could do that. I can get down with that. Like I said, don't be afraid to mix it up. We got the vacant ROH television title too.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do have that.
Do we have Matt? I don't want to spoil this for anybody if they don't know who's in here. I'm going to set off flags and alarms if I say a name that's not supposed to be in here. Boo 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 boo. Bishop Khan has been in World Tag League in New Japan, Jason. That's what we were just talking about with Mogul Embassy. They were over there. Him and Toa were in there. They didn't do too hot, but I think they made an impact.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ethan Page and Tony storyline has been fun, real old school feel. Like, I have not been keeping up with it, but I've heard a lot of people say that they've enjoyed it who watch Ring of Honor. So here comes the people in this television championship match. If you didn't know, it ain't my fault. It's gonna be like a survival of the fittest match, they call it. Dalton Castle versus Commander versus Kyle Fletcher versus Lee Johnson versus Lee Moriarty versus a to be determined. Don't know who's in it, but who would you like to see as the ROH television champ? You know what? Out of those names, I'm not gonna cap, bro. Give Dalton Castle that belt. Dalton Castle is one of the best entrants with the boys. He's actually, did you know he's from around these parts? He's from The Rock. Yeah, I did not know that.
You learn something new every day.
What up, Cat?
But yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. Give that a go. Let that happen. Let that just happen.
Okay, Matt says the sixth person will be named on ROH TV tomorrow. Derek, you look like Derek, you good? Look like his puppy ran off.
Yeah, I'm good.
We're just tired. We're tired. It's been a long day. It's Derek's birthday tomorrow. In 30 minutes, y'all can start wishing him happy birthday. Or actually 35 minutes, sorry. We talked about that match. We have another one here with we talked about Vikingo Black Truth. We're all taking Vikingo to win. Yes. We have a special match in honor of Jay Briscoe. It is a fight without honor. It's going to be Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley, Bryan Danielson, and Claudio versus FTR and Mark Briscoe. This should be a banger.
Yes.
Certified banger. They put this on the show to get the buys up because this house was not selling too great.
Right.
And they needed a match like this. Who you got? Who you feeling on this one?
I'm actually going to say,
look at that. You get a lot of happy birthdays from the chat right now.
Thank you.
Send a super chat. Buy him a cupcake. Hostess. That's the stuff.
I'm gonna go with Briscoe and FTR.
Word?
Yes.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I feel like they should win too. I think Mark just needs that love.
Yeah, he's not getting that love like he should.
Derek gets birthday presents and Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Listen, you can combine them too now.
Pretty much.
Happy birthday, Derek. I hope Brian comes out the final countdown in his ROH return. I don't know if you use it right here. Happy birthday, Derek from Ace. I still got to ask why Derek doesn't like Damian Priest. I randomly thought about that yesterday. Derek's hating.
I can't stand Damian Priest.
Yes. Anthony, we did hear that, man. That broke my heart that he passed away from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Broke my heart. So Derek, we're gonna agree then. FTR and Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm taking them. I don't know.
I
feel like Moxley's not the ROH guy, so he should eat the pen here. Like that's weird, but
he should.
You're not the ROH guy, brother.
Yeah, no.
And in the main event, I think a match that deserves it. If you like women's wrestling and you're like, Tony doesn't book women, blah, 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 go watch Ring of Honor because apparently there's a lot of women's wrestling on here. And this story has been pretty good from what everyone's been telling me. Athena is going to defend the Ring of Honor Women's Championship against Billy Starks. I don't know if the Ring of Honor belts have been made a little bit bigger, but I like when they added Joe's to be a little heftier.
Yeah.
I think they need to do that with all of those championships. And maybe with the new one, we'll get that, but give these belts a little more weight to them. And Athena main eventing is earned. It's well-deserved. Athena has busted her rump down there to provide with some good women's wrestling. And when you gave her the ball, she ran with it. So good for her. Billy Starks is one of the best right now on the come up. They talk about Nick Wayne, Billy Starks, Jordan Oliver. There's a lot of cats on the come up. You can hear about them on Indie Wrestling Corner with Tiffany. She interviews a lot of these people. Billy Starks is the future of the business if she keeps playing her cards right.
Yes.
I feel like it's going to work.
Which is something that you can do in any business that you can. Just have to do it correct.
I'm going to make a wild prediction here, though. I think Athena wins this match. I know a lot of people think Billy take it, but I got Athena winning this. And that's probably like an unpopular opinion.
But is it, though?
I just think she's going to make the upset happen here. That's just me talking, though. Matt says that the fight without honor is going to be nuts. Derek, I don't trust Conrad. He might have a cake to throw. No. No cake. No cake. Derek's hating. That dude, that's a shirt basically around here. You hating, bro. Cake face. Mm-hmm. The franchise Ring of Honor, Athena, let's go. Billy Starks winning, Rockstar says. I'm going with the upset. Pro Wrestler Shoot says Athena. Hard eyes. Uh-oh. ROH has a lot of women's wrestling every week. This storyline with Athena and Billy has been good. Conrad, do you think we get any debut return from ROH this Friday at Final Battle? Maybe this is where I think you should try to debut at Ali or somebody if you can do it. I think Ali should be in Ring of Honor. Let these guys run that.
And then if you do it, then you have to do the devil. You got to reveal at that time.
Wait, no, not at Ring of Honor.
I mean, not Ring of Honor.
World's End.
World's End. I'm thinking of World's End.
Yeah, save that for that. But I don't know. Maybe you could do somebody brand new here. Billy wins. Anthony says.
Well, okay. Well, how long has Athena had the belt?
A while, almost a year, I'd say. We're getting close. But I just don't think you need to change the title out right now.
I don't think so. I think you go.
I thought Willow was going to beat her, and I was wrong. So
I think. The
question is it Willow? Is it Billy? Who takes the belt from her if she wins again? Though
I think it would have to be Willow.
Derek, this would be easier if we knew what Ring of Honor is. Is it a developmental or what is it supposed to be? If it's a developmental, I'd be like, okay, then give it to Billy.
That is the biggest problem right now because we don't know what it is. It's just there. It's housing a bunch of people that are wrestling, that are winning titles. But what is the purpose? If you don't have a purpose for Ring of Honor, then don't bring it back. Why'd you bring it back if you have no purpose?
Let's see here. Jason says, I consider y'all my friends now. I want you guys to know me more so. I want to reveal this. I've been a diehard fan of women wrestling since I was 12 years old. Wrestlers, valets. Hey,
respect it. I respect it.
Happy birthday, Derek from Rockstar. I think you can go 50-50 on who's winning the main event. Athena needs to be on Dynamite. She's done with ROH. I feel that too, Rockstar. That's why I think if she loses, that's the reason.
Yes.
Billy wins. Kathy, your mom says, and then Rhonda shows up. LOL. Hi, Conrad, Derek. Happy birthday, Derek.
Thank you.
Tennille and her BF. Who is that? Tennille Dashwood and Riddick Moss are saying can show. I can see Riddick Moss on like ROH. Deanna is all elite. Easy says you got to go with Billy. Yep. We just talked about that. It'd be wild if Deonna Purrazzo comes out to confront the winner. Deonna is going to be a free agent, and she did not re-sign with TNA right away. Just got back. Derek's birthday, I heard. Conrad got that Paul White shirt for you. Heard it was a special for your liking. Buy him the 6X Paul White shirt. Maybe I do choose Athena wins if Deonna comes out. Conrad, Derek, real quick, favorite female in wrestling all time and current favorite female right now. My current favorite right now is Mercedes Moné, I will say. And of all time, I have a very soft spot for Trish because of how well she got in the ring. Like, she was a valet, and then she just got way better in the ring.
Yeah,
and crushed it.
I can see that.
I might even put Beth Phoenix up there as my all-time favorite too. I like Beth Phoenix a lot.
Yeah. For me, I'd say all-time favorite, probably Asuka. Like, he'll tell you, like, I will stop doing what I'm doing to watch Asuka wrestle. All-time favorite,
Sable.
maybe.
This is for all the boys who came to see me. Yo, that grind was whack. I hated that even when I was a kid. I was like, trash.
No, honestly, bro, I think
you boys want to see the grind.
Honestly,
I'm a sick man. That's how you know we need to end this. Sick individual right here.
Honestly, I don't know, bro. I think Asuka would have to be my all-time favorite.
I think Victoria a lot. There's a lot. I was a big fan of Mighty Molly. Even I like
Molly was good.
Molly Go Round was a badass finisher, bro. That was dope. What if Conrad had the WWF version of Paul White T-shirt for Derek's birthday? I wish we had one of those. I would get it for him just because. That'd be a bet. We'd have to make him wear it. We'd have to bet on like one of the cards or something. Be like, yeah, if you're wrong, you got to wear this shirt. Trish Stratus, my favorite of all time. Conrad, you are a boss. Love you. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, Jason. Golden Jets made me vomit. Best female, Jacqueline. Vince and the chocolateness. You cut it out, James. It was just the anniversary of that. My top 4, Chyna, Asuka, Gail Kim, Jacqueline. I'm a big fan of Chyna. Asuka's awesome. Gail Kim is great. I think Gail Kim was very underappreciated in WWE and TNA. She shined. And Jacqueline, chocolate. You know how that go. Jacqueline, ain't nothing wrong with that. No. Oh, Conrad, that good image face fell with Tony and Athena. Tony face expression told it when Athena punched it. Victoria, I was a huge fan of Gail Kim. I like all the women's wrestling love. All right. Terrell, you a boss for liking Jacqueline. Vince all day. I'm out. Asuka. Let's get awesome Kong. I love Kong. Kong is great too. Kong is fun. I love Kong's shoot interviews even. Kong is just wild. That's just someone who I would hang with and just laugh it up with. Gail Kim was dope, especially versus Kong. Great rivalry. Probably one of the best women's rivalries of all time in America, at least I'll say. I like Bull Nakano too. Favorite women's wrestler of all time is Lita. Love Roxy in TNA. That's great. Bailey has done well, to be honest. I like Bailey too. Like I said, I usually don't have a problem with most of the women's talent. It's how they're booked.
Yeah.
Hakoto Phenomenon. I love the 80s women's wrestling. Me too. Subscribe to the channel. All you guys who are popping in, subscribe. Tell your friends. Come in. Show us love. We're trying to get to 2K. Right. We should have been there already. I've been doing this for years now. But I love talking pro wrestling with you guys. We do it every Monday and Wednesday. Likes help. Throw us some comments when you can. Check out the video game stuff we post too. Clash of the Podcast is on Monday. Me and Derek do this on Wednesdays. Yeah, so Sunny, listen. Sunny was my crush when I was a little kid. I don't look fondly on her now. Jeff Samuel. Mae Young, yeah. You guys will get to 2K one day. You guys are doing well, bros. We're trying. Damn you, WWE, for doing Mia Yim dirty. Yeah, that ain't gonna stop. I don't think.
Yeah, no.
ROH pay-per-views this week. If you guys are interested in ROH or women's wrestling, I say order the pay-per-view. Show AEW what you like with your money. Spend the $10. Order the show. Right. All right, it's gonna be on exclusively on Honor Club. WatchROH.com. You guys can go there if you want to purchase it. Live Friday, December 15th. Buy it for Derek's birthday. Let him know. Whoop-de-whoop. But for myself, we're going to put ourselves on screen. Forget that. For myself, the man in black, the man they call Derek, your coach. No more sunny days, CJ. Hell no. Hell no. I got jokes, but I'm going to keep it clean right now. But yeah, Derek's favorite is Tori Wilson, WCW. Tori was. Tori still is. What am I talking about? Tori. What up, Tori? Oh boy. We are out. For myself, the man they call Derek. We are out for this episode of Everything Pro Wrestling. We'll be back next week with another AEW Dynamite review where I hope to see you guys there. We're out. 1.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand, this the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, please listen every day to the showcase, the opinions and knowledge that anyone can take, showing you how it is done, proving I am number one, what a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans, not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.